All right, in this video, we're gonna talk about the truth about fixing and flipping real estate and how the TV shows got it all wrong. All right, Jerry Norton here. Welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Freedom TV. And in this video, I wanna really talk about what it actually takes, the truth about fixing and flipping houses, and really how the TV shows out there have it all wrong and how it's got everybody thinking incorrectly about what it takes to be successful fixing and flipping houses. So there are a couple things that these TV shows do that are very misleading and incorrect in my opinion. First of all, if you ever watch those shows, and my wife loves those shows, she's always watching them. I have a hard time watching them because to me, it just doesn't feel real. And one of the biggest things is these shows never factor in carrying costs. Okay, now what do I mean by carrying costs? Carrying cost is the cost of capital to do a deal, right? So it takes capital to buy a home and it takes capital to fix it up, to cover the rehab costs, the renovations. So you got purchase capital, you got rehab capital. That money that it takes to do a deal, you can get that capital, you can get 100% of the money to do fix and flip deals. And you can do it regardless of your credit, regardless of, and not even using your own cash. There's ways to do that. So you don't have to go get a loan from the bank. You don't have to have your own money. You can use other people's money to do that. And you can get private money, what's called hard money, and you can fund those deals. But there's a cost to that capital, and that cost of capital has to be factored into the deal. So on those shows, when they show you, we bought it for this, we spent this on the rehab, we had, a few $1,000s in closing costs, and this was our profit. They're not factoring in cost of capital. Everybody who does this business has a cost of capital unless you have really deep pockets and you can self-fund your own deals, which most people don't. And even if you could self-fund your own deals, you really shouldn't. You should use other people's money to fund your deals. So that's my number one, that's my first issue I have with the truth about fixing and flipping is you've got to factor that in. Now I follow a very specific fix and flip buy formula. I talk about that on a lot of these videos. It's my formula where I factor in the cost of purchase, the cost of repairs, the cost of closing costs, realtor fees and title insurance and prorated property taxes. And it factors in carrying costs, the cost of capital and your profit. It factors all of those things in. So that way when you get a deal and you flip it and what you're left with is enough money to cover your profit and all of those fees. Really important to understand how those numbers work. And they're often really misleading on those TV shows. Now, the other thing that I really struggle with or that I have a problem with on these TV shows and the real truth about flipping houses is it's not about rehabbing a house, remodeling a house so that it's absolutely beautiful and it's the nicest house and it's all redone and everything's amazing. It looks really cool to do that, and the tendency that most flippers have, including myself, is I want to go in and I want to do everything. I want the thing to look brand new. I want to just go in and what I call over renovate the home. And that's not what this is about. This is about how do I do exactly what the market wants me to do so that I make the biggest profit I can. Sometimes all that is carpet and paint, and you're not replacing the cabinets, you're not doing the flooring, you're not doing roofs and windows, you're not redesigning everything, you're just doing carpet and paint. Sometimes it's carpet, paint, kitchens, and baths. Sometimes it's redo everything, but the point is you're an investor. As an investor, you look for the best opportunity. What makes the most sense with this deal? On these shows, I see them over renovate like crazy, and it's this beautiful home. But here's the thing, anybody can over renovate. Anybody can spend a bunch of money and fix up a house. It doesn't mean you'll make money. The real genius, the real science behind this business is being able to make money doing it. The one who wins is the one who makes the most profit, not necessarily the one that renovates it the nicest. Again, that's really hard to do because your tendency is to go in and do everything. But when you start to learn this business, you're gonna learn your market. The key is learning exactly what a buyer wants to get the price that you need to get. Okay, I hope you grasp that. I hope you catch that because that's critical to this. Sometimes I go into houses and I just clean it up. I send a cleaner out there and I relist it because that's the best way to maximize my profits. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll do carpet paint. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll do carpet paint, kitchens, baths. Sometimes I will gut the whole thing and do everything brand new. Depends on the market, depends on the buyer that I'm trying to target, and it depends on what makes the most sense. So if I can buy it and spend $15,000, put it back on the market and make 40, but I only spent 15 and I did it in 2 weeks, that's better than if I go in and spend 80,000, spend months and months and months fixing it up and still make 40,000, right? Because I spent so much money trying to get top of the market. You know, what makes the most sense? That's the question you got to ask yourself. So don't get caught up in these shows where everything's Joanna Gaines and it's awesome and it's beautiful and it's all updated. That's fun to do, and that might be the right thing to do, but oftentimes it's not. This is fix and flipping here. So remember, you want to learn this business. You want to do it right. You don't want to over renovate. You don't want to under renovate. You want to do exactly the right amount of renovation. When you start to really learn this business, and if you get good, you will become a master if you learn how to not under renovate, not over renovate, do just what you need to do. People say to me, should I finish the basement? Should I replace the doors? Should I do new trim? Should I put in granite? And the question is never yes or no. It's, I don't know. What does the market tell you? What does the market want you to do? When I do deals all across the country, when I look at a market, I'm looking specifically at what are the comps of recent sold homes? What do they look like? What does the buyer expect in this neighborhood? Are they expecting new granite countertops? Are they expecting updated cabinets? Are they expecting a master bathroom all redone? Are they expecting built-in closets in the closet? What is the market want? Are they expecting the basement to be finished? Are they expecting to have a pool? You know, what does the market want? And that's what I'm gonna do to hit my number. If the market says you don't need to put in new kitchens, I'm not putting in new kitchens. If the market says the existing doors, the old flat panel doors are fine, I'm not replacing the doors. I'm only doing what the market bears. The best way to know is looking at sold comps and understanding how that market works. Every market's a little different. Okay, that's the reality of this business. I hope you found that helpful. Be sure to tune into all these videos we're doing. We're releasing videos like daily. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon by the subscription. That will notify you every time I release new videos. I've got a whole series on rehabbing pro tips for how to get good at rehabbing, everything from managing contractors, your timelines, all of it, so that you can get better at this business. Remember, the goal of this channel is to master real estate investing. Learn what you need to do to become good at this, to make money and live your dream life. And that's what this is all about. Jerry Norton, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.